Welcome back to the DFS Special. I'm your host, your DFS Jerusalem, coming to you live from the list. You got 150 entries, and then you're a shark, and I don't fuck with you. So there's too much good shit on here. This is the often imitated, never duplicated. I'm here with my lovely co-host. Thank y'all. Stay safe. Enjoy. I may have been calling in to work. You're gonna be in the running for the Snowflake of the Year. Get your shit together with your snowflake. I'm at the crib, man, and I'm just finishing up. Stop. Throw them bitches in the main. I'm telling you. You're gonna see the results, bro. You're gonna see it. This is what's really gonna help you out. You know how I feel about the home dogs. There's a lot of fight in the home dogs, and I really think a lot of shit to go over tonight. Who that scored all them points over there? Player of the night. Get him in your lineups. Get him in there. And let's go get this money. Thursday, let's go, and remember, in the sweatshop, we always keep it 300. What is going on? What's happening? This is the big homie, the DFS Jerusalem, and you can follow me, of course, on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. Pretty nice weekend of NFL for me. Cashed pretty nicely in terms of getting doubling up on the buy-ins, man. I was pretty solid. DraftKings was cool. FanDuel was really good. Finished in the top 100, man, of the 160,000 contests, and it was good. It was good. I think it was a Hundley. Let me see. I think it was a Hundley line that I think I had. Yeah. 170 on FanDuel with Hundley, Jamal Williams, Gordon kind of disappointed me. I had D-Hop. If you didn't have D-Hop, you sucked. If you had no D-Hop, it was really hard to cash because he was the chalk, like 30% owned, and he had 30 points. And I had, of course, Josh Gordon. Devontae Adams, man. Evan Ingram kind of killed me because everybody in the shop was telling me, yo, let's play Burton. And I had Burton in every other lineup. Played the Colts D once we found out that Peterman was going to be starting. I played him. Then, of course, Harrison Butker was the kicker there. So this lineup finished at 170. And I had Burton in every other Burton. Bam. I had him everywhere, bro. I had a Burton dude every fucking where. And this one had Hunter Henry too. But oh man, it sucked. It sucked. I also, man, I kind of want to send my condolences out to the fam, man, or any members of the family that are Eagles fans, man, because you never ever want to see stuff like this. Let's take a look. Carson Wentz injury. Carson Wentz injury, man. Tough for Eagles Nation, man. I'm a Giants fan, bro. And I understand like how tough it can be to watch your season just like fall by the wayside. The season completely just go to crap because Carson Wentz being injured. Check it out.
They just fold on that hit by Barron. And then he stayed in there long enough to throw the touchdown to Alshon. First, we'll show you what happened to Wentz.
Look.
And watch his legs and his body just
fold
on that hit by
Barron. That is tough.
And then he stayed in there long enough to throw the touchdown.
That is tough, bro. That is tough, and that clip is all win 5568. That is on Twitter. Shout out to you, big homie. Carson Wentz, the knee injury, man, is tough, man. I think he's done. He should be done for the season. We already know that. And so we got Nick Foles. You guys have Nick Foles coming out, and it's funny because I want to talk about that, and I want to talk about some NBA too. And it's funny with those injuries like that because that is what happens when you have that type of quarterback. When you have the kind of quarterback who can get outside of the pocket, extend plays, it's all good, and you love it. Oh my God! Oh yeah, it's great. Oh, I got this quarterback that can run around and make plays. It's so awesome. Oh, Michael Vick. Oh, Randall Cunningham. It's so crazy. It's lovely when you have that. But then when he gets outside the pocket and he has to take those big boy hits, and you see the conditioning of a quarterback not meet the conditioning of a running back, a guy that takes that pounding and bruising every game, and then you have situations like this. it kind of lets you know that that's not the way the position is supposed to be played. The quarterback is not supposed to be running around. The quarterback is not supposed to be leaving the pocket. Theoretically, in a perfect situation, your quarterback would stay behind the offensive line and throw the ball down the field. Like, that's kind of what that's the way the position is set up. And that's why anytime you see these guys have this type of success, you know it's coming, bro. You know it's coming. You know it's coming. Why do you think Tom Brady can do what he's done for years? Because he can't run, can't move. So he has to stay there, stand there, and throw the ball. So that's tough, man. That is tough. That is tough. Shout out to the Eagles Nation, man. As a representative of the NFC East, which you all now are going to be representing us in the division. I hope that Nick Foles can go out there and win some games for you. So there's another thing too that I wanted to kind of talk about on the NBA front, man. Just to take a look. How about this? Let's talk about this, because now the Bronx Bombers, we've added one more joker to the deck, and this is the big homie Giancarlo Stanton. How about that? How about that? So yeah, it's gonna be a pretty good MLB season for us. This is gonna be a nice one. Giancarlo Stanton with the Yankees, bro. I was hoping for Bryce Harper, but this is even better. Like, there's no way I thought that he was gonna leave. I didn't think that, but hey, I guess we sent Derek Jeter over there to send us back the big homie. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that, man. That's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope. All right, so let's go ahead, man. Chop it up. Jump into some NBA. We do have 6 games on deck for tonight. That starts at 8 p.m. These were the games from yesterday. Nothing real huge to really go over from yesterday's games, man. I watched them all. They were pretty good games. My Knicks got a W, so that was nice. K-Mac says, that trade is foul. Derek Jeter's a new Kevin McHale. Hey, yo, baby. Hey, we sent them over there to do the damn thing. He came back with it. So let's go ahead and look at how the whole week shapes out. Monday, tonight, we do have a 6-game NBA slate starting at 8 o'clock. We're going to be going over those games from a DFS standpoint in just a moment. Then Tuesday, we've got quite a few games for a Tuesday, 7-game slate. I can deal with that. The Hawks and the Cavs started off. That might be a nice one. Do we have anything? Okay, the ESPN game, the Natty Telly games is going to be the Los Angeles and New York, and then Philadelphia and Minnesota Timberwolves. So that might be nice. Who's the national televised game tonight? NBA TV. Okay, so we got the Rockets, and then we got Toronto and the Clippers. Okay, cool. And then Wednesday we got a fair amount of games. We got 9 games Wednesday, with the national televised games being, oh my God, Depot. We got Depot at the crib. We got Depot at the crib with Oklahoma City coming. That's on Wednesday night. That's going to be nice. I like that. Depot's been balling out. Then the late game, because that's on ESPN. And then so there's no late. Okay, Charlotte going to Houston is going to be a late game there. That could be usable because Dwight Howard going back to Houston. And he wants to play right now, so that could be a little natty tip that we could deal with. Then on Thursday, we've got a 5-game slate. Thursdays are the shorter slates. It's all good. We got a little 5-game joint. And, of course, you got the Cleveland Cavs inviting the Lakers over to the crib. In the early game, you got Dallas and Golden State. That could be decent. And then Friday, we've got 11 games on Friday. And the national televised games will be Oklahoma City going to Philadelphia, which should be a good one if we do have Joel Embiid. And then the late one is San Antonio and Houston. And while we're talking about Joel Embiid, it's something that I do want to talk about. I do want to talk about Joel Embiid and his tight ass back. Let's talk about Joel Embiid with his old tight back ass. Okay. People in Philly got it hard right now, bro. They got it hard in Philly. All right, so I want to look at the report from this. Okay, so some of the sites are taking a lot of flack right now. DraftKings, FanDuel are taking a lot of flack right now. But honestly, let's be real about this, bro. This was a Joel Embiid thing. It was not a DraftKings thing. It was not a FanDuel thing. This happened 8 minutes after the shit's already locked up. Like, it was done. And during the pregame shoot-around joint, where he was like, yo, I'm about to go out there, I'm about to play, his back tightened up on him, and he didn't play. So, and what you've got to remember is, man, as a DFS player, sometimes you're going to be on the positive side of these things. Sometimes you're going to be on the negative side of these things. Now, yesterday for me, I had 1 share out of 5 of Joel Embiid. I just didn't love him in that spot, so I had 1 out of 5. But the other day, I was all over a cat who got ruled out, and it killed me. So it's going to happen. It's going to happen from time to time. This is not a late swap issue. This specific game, a specific situation, is not a late swap issue. This is a Joel Embiid got a tight ass back issue. That's what this is. And don't get me wrong, we have had issues where, yo, DraftKings, you need to reinstate late swap. It needs to be a part of this thing. It doesn't make sense. And hopefully we're going to keep on knocking on that one. And I've seen a lot of people say, hey, let's play some draft. And I get it, but I don't really like draft like that. I really don't. Draft is not, I don't like it. And if you want late swap, I think there is on Yahoo, they do have that is a late swap site as well. I think you can go to Yahoo and do some late swap. So Joel Embiid has a tight ass back. This just in. It's all good though. We're gonna move on, and hopefully he gets something, gets that stuff taken care of, man. And so you can't let the fact that this dude like sat out for 2 fucking years confuse you. Don't forget, Joel Embiid is an injury prone motherfucker. He's injury prone. Like don't let that, like, remember that. This is not, there's a few cats who you always have to have injury concerns when you hit the submit button on these cats. There's a few of them. You always got Anthony Davis, Joel Embiid, like to name just a couple, but there's a few of them that you got to have that concern whenever you click submit. Know that these are guys that have been injury prone and could easily sit out a game, and plus you got to understand, like, they're the future of the organizations, and they treat them with bubble wrap, bro. They treat them with bubble wrap. So you got to be careful. Like, I rarely play Anthony Davis. I rarely play Joel Embiid. Just for the fact that those guys are so prone to injury. So let's go ahead and jump into the slate, man. We've got a 6-game slate. We're going to start on RotoQL, my very favorite site for NBA, DFS, MLB. And MLB is about to get cranky. We got a couple of months. Do me a favor. I hope y'all have been taking a look at MLB Network, man. If you're in the shop and you're rocking with me, watch some MLB Network whenever you get a chance, bro. It's some really good shit. This is when you start to learn more about the teams and the rotations and the pitching and the shit before everybody else does. So the offseason is a very good time to watch MLB Network. That's where you're going to get a better feel of what's going to be happening. So let's go ahead, jump into it, man. Like I said, this is RotoQL, my favorite site to use. There's going to be a link in the description to this video if you wanted to, if you wanted to check out RotoQL, man. Really solid shit. I think they're doing some type of promotion where you can have like a free trial or some shit. I think so. So go check that out, man. They don't pay me to say that, but hey, I like it. I use it. And if something that comes out better that I like more, then I'm going to fucking use that. so let's go ahead and jump into it, man. We got Boston Celtics going to Chicago to take on the Bulls. First things first, man. Kyrie Irving, 23rd ranked DVP is what the Bulls are in this spot. He's going to be faced up against Chris Dunn. And I really think this is a spot where Kyrie can get off. But the problem is he just has not been crushing. Like, he's just not been crushing. Like, you look at Kyrie Irving, and he's been able they've been able to win games without him going ham. Now, we had a really good feeling that San Antonio game was going to be a decent scoring night for him because he was priced down. But there's nothing here over the last, let's say, 10 games that tell me, oh my God, Kyrie can go off in this situation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, last 10 games. There's nothing that tells me that. Now, so on a 6-game slate, I don't think Kyrie's going to be very highly owned. He never really is. And I'm not trying to get super contrarian and just go ham. And speaking of that, I think that's been a problem lately for a lot of us, man. A lot of us are trying to be too cute and trying to get too contrarian. Bro, play the good plays. Just play the good play. Scale it down. Take a step back and just play the fucking good plays. Don't try to get too cute. Already, like, we're hearing names on this slate. Oh my God, you gotta look at this guy that's 3K. Like, chill. Don't get fucking cute. Just play the good plays. Okay? Just play the good plays. So, Kyrie Irving, not a guy that I absolutely love here. I think Al Horford at 7.3 is kind of underpriced for a matchup like this. I do like him at 7.3. One of my favorite plays from this game is actually going to be Jaylen Brown. I kind of love Jaylen Brown. And whenever, you have these type of matchups where Kyrie Irving knows that the guys around him can kind of step up and make light work of the opposing team, that's where you see Jaylen Brown get his shine on. And I kind of like him. At 5.7, I think he's in a very solid spot. Aaron Baines is starting probably, but I don't want any of that. Tatum is usable at 6K. I wouldn't have a problem playing Tatum here. Marcus Smart at 5K looks to be usable, especially with Marcus Morris out. Smart may even get the start in the spot. We're not sure yet. It's news going to come out, but with Marcus Morris being out, we could even see Marcus Smart start. So I'm gonna look at him at 5K as well. Now, on the Chicago Bulls side, normally I would say, you've got to attack Boston rebounding the basketball, and I'm still gonna feel that way. Yeah, I'm gonna feel that way, and it's gonna go two ways for me, because anytime I get a hard-nosed power forward that wants to go down and bang, anytime I get that against the Boston Celtics, I want a piece of it. And the problem is, Lauri Markkanen is really not that hard-nosed guy that plays a lot around the rim. He's kind of similar to Al Horford, where he'll do some of his work around the perimeter and just not play like super close to the rim. Now, you couple that with the fact that Lauri Markkanen is 5.2. That 5.2, and that makes him playable there. So just based off how cheap he is, man, and I'm gonna take a look at it. I'm gonna have some Lauri Markkanen. I think Chris Dunn at 6.1 is really a solid play. Even though we've seen Boston limit point guard production recently, I still think he's a guy that we can use off of the bench. Mirotic and Bobby Portis are splitting those minutes down the middle. So I don't want to try to guess which one of those guys are going to produce. A lot of folks are going to be on David Nwaba at 3.8. I get it; it makes sense, but I don't want to get like super acute on this slate. But I get it, and we can highlight Nwaba. I wouldn't have a major issue with that. I wouldn't. It's just this game is not a game that I just absolutely love. It's really not. But you give me Markkanen, you give me some Chris Dunn, maybe some David Nwaba off of the bench. Maybe if I play anybody from the Bulls side of this game, I definitely want some exposure. Jaylen Brown is my favorite play from this game. He really is. Yeah, Jaylen Brown is my favorite play from this game altogether. I think he's gonna go in and go ham on this one. I really do. I think this is a Jaylen Brown game. Yo, where's he from? Is he from Chicago or Detroit or some shit? There's got to be some reason why I like Jaylen Brown. It's like something on the inside that is telling me I like Jaylen Brown. I want to check on this. Somebody tell me where Jaylen Brown is from, like where he grew up. I really think the dude. There's just something telling me that this means something. This game, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. All right. Okay. Oh, he's from Georgia. He's from Georgia. Marietta, Georgia. Okay. Okay. He's from Georgia. He's from Atlanta. He's from Atlanta. Okay. I don't know, man. He's something that he's one of my favorite players in this game. I like him. Next game we got is gonna be the New Orleans Pelicans going to the Houston Rockets. Maybe he balled against them last time. I gotta look at this. I gotta find out why I like this dude so much. He did shit against him. 8-0-0-0. It's weird. Next game we got is gonna be the New Orleans Pelicans going to Houston. Okay, the Pels are on the second leg of a back-to-back. This is a 12-point underdog spot for them. 226.5 is gonna be the total here. We got Boogie Cousins under 11K. We got Anthony Davis under 11K. That looks like they're setting the trap for us. Anytime, you got these cats in this type of matchup, bro, at 10K or around 10K, it looks like they're setting a trap. It's just what it looks like. It's like a trap is being set for us. We're being sucked into this game, and it's going to be a shitty one. But they both had, kind of bad games last night. I mean, AD had a good one. He dropped 56 DraftKings points. We only saw 41. Yeah, that was bad. 41 for Boogie last night. He played 29 minutes. You got to think that he should be good to go playing some more minutes there. AD didn't have any restriction. He played 40 minutes. Do we think that's going to happen again? Okay, let's take a look. Right off the bat, for some reason, I'm liking Etwan more. I do think Boogie's in play at 10.7 on DK. I'm going to steer clear of Anthony Davis on this one. I am. Second game, back-to-back. Ready to play 2 games in a row without getting hurt. So I am not... Did you watch the game? Every time I play AD, he got hurt. No, AD played pretty good. He had 50, right? 56, yeah. He played 40 minutes at 56 points. I watched the game. He was good. Rondo at 5.8. He played... How many minutes did Rondo play? That's the key. We got a 38 minutes for Rondo last night. So I don't think he's going to play that many minutes tonight. There's no way he could play that many minutes tonight. Especially in this game against Houston, bro. This could be a blowout spot. James Harden, 11.6. Is playable. I like him a little bit more on FanDuel and DraftKings. Chris Paul, 8.1. Yes, that's playable. We could stack Houston, bro. Houston is looking like a stack. They're looking like a stack. Then you got Eric Gordon, who did play for the Pelicans in recent seasons. 26 last time against them. Last year. Okay, 20, 27. Okay, so this is the first time playing them. Ryan Anderson. I don't play Ryan Anderson at home. So I think Ariza is in play at 4.7. Eric Gordon's in play. Yeah, you can stack Houston, bro. I think, yeah, Houston is the stack team. You can stack Houston. Nelson is out. Yeah, but Jameer Nelson was out. That's why Rondo was playing so many minutes. Tony Allen is out. Yeah. Yeah, who else is going to run the point? You're right. That's why Ian Clark got so many minutes, too. Yeah, that's why Ian Clark got so many minutes. Because Ian Clark, I think he played like 20 plus minutes. 13. He played 13 minutes last night. Right. Anderson can't shoot at home. Yeah, I'm not playing Ryan Anderson. But Houston is a stack, though. I like them as a stack. With, Eric Gordon, Ariza, Clint, Chris Paul, Harden. I think that's the way I'm going. Gordon, why? What's the reasoning behind that? It's because he's gonna play minutes. He's their sixth man. He played 30 minutes last game with Chris Paul. These are games he's playing with Chris Paul. 30, 32, 30. Like, he's getting 30 minutes, and he hasn't had like a boss game in a few. 27 was his last high score at 4.9K. The price is still good on him. He's 4.7. He's cheap as shit. He's gonna shoot well one of these games. This is the sixth man of the year. Like, he's gonna play, and he's gonna play well, especially if they get up in this game. Plus I like him being a second team guy. I mean, because you put Eric Gordon against the Pelicans' second team, it should be good. This is a stack. This is as I'm stacking. Next game we got is gonna be Miami going to Memphis to take on the Grizzlies. Very low total. I think the lowest total on the slate, 194. The Grizz at the Grindhouse giving up a 1.5 to the Miami Heat here. This is a game that's going to go incredibly overlooked, as it should. There's just not a lot to love about this game. Ricky Rick at 7.2 looks to be usable. Marcus Gasol's in a very good spot here. I think that we could take advantage of him. We're probably going to see, if we see Kelly Olynyk starting at 5.5, or even if he's not starting, I still think Kelly Olynyk could be like a solid play from the Miami side if he had to get to a guy over there. I just don't love a lot about this game. I'm not going to have much exposure here. Really not. Play Capella, 15 rebounds, grabbing Ryan Anderson bricks. Yeah, I do like Capella. And I want to see what he's done against them in the past. Last year, 33. His last game against them. Okay. That's cool. But, yeah, man. Marcus Gasol, Tyreke Evans, maybe some Kelly Olynyk on the other side. I'm done. Like, I don't like this game. This is a game I don't really like. Next, we got the Charlotte Hornets going to Oklahoma City to take on the Thunder. Of course, Russell Westbrook is in play at 11K. They're at the crib. The pace of this game is going to be dictated by the best player on the court, which probably will be the Oklahoma City Thunder's Russell Westbrook. And anytime I like Russell Westbrook, I have to take a look at Steven Adams, even though they're going to be faced up against Dwight Howard, who ain't no joke. These dudes could cancel each other out. Steven Adams and Dwight Howard could cancel each other out. And another thing, anytime Carmelo Anthony is on the court, we look to exploit him. We find out who he's going to be guarding, and we play that person automatically. And in this case, that should be Marvin Williams. Now MKG could play Melo, or Marvin Williams could guard Melo. It depends. I think they'll be rolling out that lineup where Dwight's at the 5, you've got Marvin at the 4, then you've got MKG at the 3, Nick Batum at the 2, and then Kim at the 1. That could be the situation. But Nicholas Batum is a game time decision here. And if that be the case, look at all these guys, man. Batum, Lamb, Frank Kaminsky, Cody Zeller out already. So all of these game time decisions. If this happens, then we play. Not only do we play MKG, but we play Marvin Williams too. I like both of those guys. Not a big fan of Dwight Howard or Kemba Walker. I just hate playing centers. Talking about Dwight Howard, I hate playing centers against Steven Adams, and I hate playing centers against Dwight Howard. So I think those guys could cancel each other out. If I had to pick one, I would go with the cheaper guy who I think is going to be getting the table set for him a little bit better with Russell Westbrook. Because if Russell Westbrook has a good game, usually that does benefit Steven Adams. So Paul George being out, that's going to give probably, well, George, he's a game time decision. And if he plays, he's cheaper on FanDuel than DraftKings, so I could play him over there, but I just don't love him here at 8K. Alex Abrines gets to start. And see, that's the thing. Like, don't play that dude, man. Like, don't play Alex Abrines. Like, don't play him. Now, he got off. He played 43 minutes against Memphis and had 30 points. But look at this shit. 15, 5, 12. Like, that game is come and gone. You're not going to see that again. Alex Abrines is not going to score 30 points against the Hornets. It's not. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to play that dude. I don't want to play that dude. Why not play both Adams and Howard? I mean, I wouldn't play both of them. There's other spots I can go at center. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna play the guys with the two worst matchups on the board. You know what I'm saying? The two center with the worst matchups on the board. Melo at 6.7. Melo is very cheap. And depending on now, if he gets Marvin Williams defense, yes, you could play Melo. If he gets Marvin Williams defense, but if he's gonna be played by Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, then you can't play him. Roberson on FanDuel, he gets extra points for steals and blocks. Yeah, you can go there. Roberson on FanDuel, yeah, he's a guy that can get you. He can get steals and blocks. He can get you there. I wouldn't have a problem with him. I think both centers will hurt each other value, so I wouldn't go heavy on them. That's how I feel about both of those guys. That's how I feel about them. But if I had to play one, I would play Steven Adams because he's cheaper. You know what I'm saying? I would go there. Next game, you guys can be Portland Trailblazers going to Golden State to take on the Warriors. This just play KD. Keep it simple. Fucking play KD. He's been going off ever since the Curry ankle situation. So just play KD. Draymond Green, if he does play, he is in play at 7.4, as is Klay Thompson. I think off of the bench, man, the only guy that I could take a shot at would be Andre Iguodala at 4.4. Other than that, I won't have anything to do with that. On the other side, now Al-Farouq Aminu at 4.6 should see a ton of court time running around chasing Kevin Durant and getting scored on by Kevin Durant. But he should see a ton of playing time. And with Maurice Harkless being a game time decision, Yusuf Nurkic already ruled out. This dude is priced very cheaply at 4.6. I kind of like this one. 4.6 for Al-Farouq here. I think you can play Dame and CJ in this spot. Dame at 9.2, CJ under 7K. I do like that one. Evan Turner is kind of interesting, but I don't love it. And the thing is, what's going to happen when Golden State, decides to run that small ball lineup? Who they're going to be able to roll out there? And it's got to be Ed Davis at 4.2. Vonleh could be a guy that you could play. I wouldn't have an issue if you play Vonleh, but if I had to choose between Davis and Vonleh, I always love to take the cheaper guy, but Ed Davis will be a little. I think Ed Davis's game suits this game a little bit more at 4.7. That's where I would go. Next game and the last game on the slate is going to be the Toronto Raptors going to the Los Angeles Clippers. 215-point total. Toronto has given up 5.5. We got DeMar DeRozan at 8.2. Yes. Kyle Lowry at 8.3. Yes. Serge Ibaka, not a big fan of that, but the DVP says that this is a really solid matchup for him. Remember, there's no Blake Griffin defense, which wasn't really that great anyway. But Wesley Johnson here, very solid defender at 4.2, and that's kind of why I like him. I like Wesley Johnson. I think that Danilo Gallinari at 5.3 could be a play for you. A lot of folks are on DeAndre Jordan, but I don't love him in this matchup. I really don't. DeAndre 2020. I don't love him in this matchup. 7.3 is a decent price. I mean, who else is going to be getting the rebounds? So if you wanted to play him, I get it. So we can highlight him. But he's not a guy that I absolutely love. But if you had to ask me between DeAndre Jordan or Dwight Howard, I would play the guy at home. I would play DeAndre Jordan. The problem is nobody is really setting the table for him. Nobody's really setting the table for him. Like DeAndre Jordan needs an assist man to really, get the most out of him, and he just doesn't have that right now. With Chris Paul leaving, there's nobody really setting the table for DeAndre Jordan. We got the coach's son at 6.2. Don't love him in this matchup. I don't really love to play point guards against Toronto. Anyway, Gasol, yes, I would play Gasol over DeAndre Jordan. I would. Yes. Sweet Lou 7.6. I don't love Sweet Lou here. Really, I don't love Sweet Lou here. Valanciunas at 4.4, bro. Yo, how many minutes is Valanciunas getting? Okay, he played 22 minutes. 18, 19, 21, 22. I've got to give this dude a shot. I've got to look at Valanciunas. 4.4 for Valanciunas, yes. That is so cheap. If you give me 20 minutes, man, just give me 20 minutes of good basketball. Give me 20 minutes, we're good. Give me 20 minutes, we're good. I can play Jonas Valanciunas here. Jakob at 3.7 also looks to be playable. He's going to get the rest of those minutes. They don't love Siakam the way they used to. Yo, he's getting more minutes, actually. 22, 24, 22, 25. He's getting more minutes against the second team at a cheaper clip. So Pirtle's in play at 3.7. That's somebody to take a look at, definitely. So let's go over to FanDuel and just have a look at how the pricing shakes out. Okay, let's have a look. See if anybody's cheaper on FanDuel than they are on DraftKings. Irving, 8.3. Right. That's a little cheaper, but I don't love Irving anyway. Horford, Tatum, Jaylen Brown. See, look, see? You see that? I knew there was a reason why I fucking like Jaylen Brown today. Jaylen Brown gonna go ham tonight. He might drop 30. He might drop 30. I would play Tyreek over DeAndre Jordan. I'm getting questions from the homies in the chat. Yo, Jaylen Brown is cheaper on FanDuel. I like that. Okay. Smart. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Chris Dunn priced up 7.7. He's 6.1 on DraftKings. That's a telltale sign. On Lauri Markkanen 6.6. He's way cheaper on DraftKings. Holiday 5.6. Lopez, Valentine. Yo, what's Valentine's price? What's Valentine's price on FanDuel? I want to see that on DraftKings. Because if he's 5K or more, then I'm gonna look at that. Oh, he's 4.8 on DraftKings. Okay. 4.8. I don't like Mirotic. Nah, I don't like Mirotic. Well, they're splitting minutes, bro. Him and Portis are splitting minutes. Nah. If one of them were starting, yeah, and they're playing behind Lauri Markkanen, you know what I'm saying? But they're not priced like complete bench guys who are not starting. They're almost 5K. Well, Mirotic is almost 5K. Right, so and then okay, so Denzel is 4.3 on FanDuel. I'm gonna be interested in him. I am. And the Waba is 4.5 on FanDuel. That's priced up a little bit. Next game is gonna be New Orleans Pelicans and Houston. This is over on FanDuel. Boogie all the way up, 12.6. AD is cheaper at 10.6. Drew Holiday 6.8. I kind of like that. What's the price on Drew Holiday on DraftKings? I want to see that. $6.6. That's not bad. A bad price for him. It's not a bad price. That is not a bad price. Okay, so we got Etuan Moore 4.6, Ariza 5.4, Ryan Anderson cheap 4K. Good lord, they must know he can't shoot at home. All right, the pricing is tight, baby. Dragic 6.5, James Johnson, Olenek 6.1. He's priced up a little bit. Adebayo is 4K. Tyreek 7.7. Gasol 8.4. The pricing is tight, baby. Yeah, Denzel was just priced up. If Capella is matched up with Boogie, ADC's Trevor Ariza or Ryan Anderson. Yep. That was the trade, too. Ryan Anderson came over in the trade. Then we got the Hornets and the Thunder. Dwight Howard, 8'8". Good Lord, that's expensive. Kemba, 8'3". Batum, 6K. If Batum plays at 6K, I think he's playable. Marvin Williams, 5'1". MKG, 4'9". Yep, those guys are definitely playable. 11-2 for Westbrook here. 11-2 for Westbrook. Carmelo, 7'1". 6'5" for price is tight, baby. Then we got Portland and Golden State. Durant is all the way priced up, 11.7. Clay, 7'5". Draymond, 8'5". Dame is 9'3". CJ is only 6'8". I like that. Yo, what is CJ on FanDuel? Or CJ on DraftKings? And CJ McCollum is kind of trending up. He's 6'8" on DraftKings, same price. So that's a value. We get a discount for CJ McCollum on DraftKings, and I like it. And Al Farouk, 5'3". He's way cheaper on FanDuel. Okay. All right. So we got. All right. So last game we got is Toronto and the Clippers. DeRozan, 8'8". Lowry, 8'3". Cool, usable. Valanciunas is 4'7". He's cheap as shit. That's my punt center, bro. Valanciunas is my punt center. Look at, and Perdo is 4'5". I'll be punting with one of those guys at the center spot. I've noticed a lot of winning lineups have 2 players under 5K and 1 under 4K. Do those value plays get plugged in first, or do you put studs in first and then figure out value? Yeah, what I do, I have to fucking like a cheap guy. If it never works when I get the studs I want and then fill in with cheap guys. It works when I feel really strongly about cheap guys and then just play the studs, or not the studs, but just play the higher price guys based on matchup. Like if I like a cheap guy, usually I feel better about it and it works out better if I like a cheap guy first. You know what I'm saying? So get those guys you want first. When you make your lines, you make your lines based off the cheap guys that you really do like, and then or do it both ways and see if it ends up the right way. See if it ends up right. Like make a line where you pick the studs first, and then you fill in with guys. Oh my God, I only have 4.6 left. I might as well get him. Or get the guys like, yo, ooh, this dude's only 3.8. I love him in this matchup. I think he's gonna be solid. Like right now, like somebody like Valanciunas is jumping off to me, and Bianca Perdo are jumping off to me. Who else? CJ is jumping off to me at that price. Jaylen Brown is jumping off to me at that price. So I'm gonna get those guys first. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to grab those guys first, and then I'm going to fill in around them, because the guys that are priced 10, 11, 12K, they're priced that way for a reason, because they're safer floors, they're a little bit more sure. Like those are the guys that you can play. But for me, I would just make it simple and pick the guys that I like first. All right, so we got Danilo 6'2", Wesley Johnson still cheap at 4'5". The pricing is tight. 8'4" for Lou Williams, bro. That is nutty on FanDuel. That is nutty. 8'4". So the guy. All right. So give me some Kyle Lowry, bro. Kyle Lowry can be tonight's late night hammer. Kyle Lowry can be the late. The 2 guys that I like the most right now, from an initial view, from an initial perspective, is I like. Of course, love Durant. Of course, Jaylen Brown, Kyle Lowry. Those are guys that I really like right now. So we're gonna reconvene. We're gonna jump back into this thing at 5:30 p. No, not 5:30, because the game starts at 8, maybe 6. But I want to make sure we have all the information that we need in order to approach this slate like some bosses. Okay. So if you wanted to do that with us, what you would do is you go to this website. It's www.dfssweatshop.com. Yes, I like Dame. I like Dame. Dame going back to the Bay usually is a thing. So as a matter of fact, let's go look. I'm gonna see what Dame has done against them specifically. And he's been balling out recently, actually. 42 and 45. This is his first time going back to the Bizay this season playing Golden State, so he should have a good game. Nobody can cover him. Nobody can guard him. So he should have a good one. I do like Dame today. But yeah, man. So you go to the website. It's www.dfssweatshop.com. That is where you go in and you can choose one of these options. You can be, you can say, hey, man, you want to sign up for a month to month, kind of take a look at it, see what it is. You're gonna be pleased. You're gonna stay with us. I already know. Or you can just go ahead, take the leap of faith. $119.99 for a complete calendar year. That's gonna take you through everything we do: baseball, football, rest of football, basketball, a little bit golf, everything, right round to this calendar day right here. So that's dope. Also, RotoQL is my favorite site to use. It's going to be a link to that in the description at the bottom. Yo, let's go out tonight. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it honest. And let's always, always keep it 300. Peace. I am out. Y'all have a good one. We gone.